June 18th, 2018. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was sitting down watching TV waiting for wrestling to come on. Then I got a flurry notification saying that X got shot. At first I thought it was some tabloid BS just to get people stirred up. And I went to go look for myself, only to find out that he was gone. And this came months after Pete went. Little did we know we were going to lose Juice the very next year. X, there's a lot of things that you could say that can describe X. He really was a enigma, to say the least. He really did give it his all in the things that he did when it came to music. But 6 years that's passed since he's been gone. Sometimes I wonder to myself, how was his legacy handled after he passed, and how is he being viewed nowadays with, opinions that people have now, with new artists that came out after he passed. How does X's legacy hold up? How would it hold up going on in the near future? And as opinionated as I am, I'll still tell you, but at the same exact time, it's tricky.
So tell me about that era.
I can say one thing. The hype for Skins was a lot because that was the first album after he passed. I remember that there was like a lot of cover art that people said that was going to be the official cover art that didn't end up becoming the official cover art. I remember that there was a lot of songs that were supposed to be on the album, like Numb the Pain. It was supposed to be like a full song that ended up not being on the album and leaked. The whole album got leaked, and me not knowing all his catalog, everybody had maybe song leaks, snippets, made up mishmash songs, put it together and said that was the Skins album. And Skins, when I first listened to it, I felt like it was mid, but it has a lot of replayability compared to a lot of his other tracks. And I kind of felt like, a lot of things that his estate did that kind of fumbled how his music, posthumous music was because the fact that they kept rushing it and they kept going with it. So it didn't matter that, fans wanted like better quality music or anything that was leaked to actually be full. They just kind of like ate off of people who were grieving that he was gone and just thought that no one was going to pay attention, which they got away with it for a hot minute until a few people were able to call it out, and then a lot of people really started paying attention to it. Like, for instance, another thing that would always just make me a little rant a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I didn't like Kanye for a hot minute, was because you had Kanye who came out with a shirt and a tweet saying how inspirational X was. To me personally, I felt that it was fake as fuck. I felt like it was fake as fuck because before he passed, this is another thing that people in history like to rewrite. They try to make it look like there was nothing wrong in his side of the woods. Before X passed, all of hip hop was trying to blackball him and deplatform him from every single streaming platform, music streaming platform. SoundCloud tried to take him off. Spotify tried to actively take him off. You had other artists who were secretly trying to get him taken off because of the accusations. He goes out and somebody flatlines him. All of a sudden, everybody wants to collab with him and talk about how he was inspirational. Where were you guys? It kind of felt fake. A lot of artists was just either doing that to get on a song or to be in good graces because a lot of people were mourning over this guy. And then you had the song Schoolgirls Lil Nas X, when people came out and said, one, Nas did not know, X didn't know Nas. Two, Nas was just popping up out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden he gets put on a song with X. And it was a theory that Nas, before he became big, he used to do fan pages. and apparently he used to trash talk X when he used to be a fan page. And then he did have a tweet that said when he, he gets into the music industry, he's not going to collab with certain people and things like that. But I feel like the things he's done for the music industry, it really echoes a lot. Even though, like, again, for like a lot of ways his stuff was handled, at least you still had people who cared at least enough about him to at least go through all the releases. And especially when Bad Boys Forever came out, because you understand, Bad Boys Forever was literally labeled the final X album, and the rollout was big. Everybody was saying that was the final X album, and everybody was waiting for it, and they were ready for it. The album comes out, and it's another album that had the same exact problems that all the other albums had, and it was mid, and you had artists that was thrown on there that you could just tell X didn't even have a verse. All it was just X probably freestyle in the recording sessions, and there was nothing. And then you got, of course, the other artists got to carry, but all the advertisements and stuff to make it look like these were full songs, when in reality those are just 10-second, hooks, and then a minute of people that we don't know just doing songs on there. Bad Boys Forever, even though there's a few songs I'll always listen to Bad Boys Forever, it just made me feel like the state when we told them, yo, we just want a complete album, take your time. Because look at Lil Peep's mom, she's doing that. Like any release from Lil Peep, she literally took her time before she released anything. X's estate basically said, fuck your opinion. No. We're going to go ahead and we're going to release it the way we want to. And that's how I really felt about that era. It was very empty, especially leading up to Juice WRLD passing. It was a very empty era going in there. And that's something to reload.
And despite my earlier opinions, I just really felt that a lot of people actually did envy X when he was around and tried to play face and play friends with him when he was gone. The thing about him was the fact that a lot of people loved the fact that, and near the end of his life, he did everything he could to turn his life around. In my book, that's very honorable. A lot of people nowadays love the idea of being the crash out, love the idea of, I'm just going to throw violence everywhere, and if it takes me out, it takes me out. I just want to do it because I find it fun. X just had a lot of very unfortunate circumstances throughout his life, and nearing the end of his life, he realized that it wasn't worth it. Especially when he realized that he was doing a lot with his music and he was touching the hearts of many people. And it meant a lot to him. And we all know that. And we all know that, he never shied away from saying that to people and saying that to his fans. He wanted to be positive for his fans. And we had to be positive with him too. So to all the people who constantly, do the X memes where they still want to joke about him passing because, it's rage bait, it's quick to get notoriety and attention, just fuck those guys, alright? Don't dig into them people. They're just gonna joke about everyone that's passed on. It's just how sick people are. It's how people is. But I like to remember X not just as the artist. I just like to remember him as the human being that wanted to turn everything around and be a more positive influence on people that desperately needed him at a time where a lot of other people really couldn't reach out to him. And if he was here, there's a lot of things that we would actually be wondering, what songs would he be on, what type of style would he be doing, or would he have quit music? But the world may never know. I would like to say thanks to all the people that cared about him, and to Ja. Till next time, see you, Space Cowboy.
I love you all more than I love myself. You all mean the world to me. Your support is what keeps me alive. I love you all.